What is good, everybody? It is the Bluebloods here, and we are back with another recruiting episode where Tennessee State and Eddie George quietly have put together one of the most impressive classes in all of FCS, man. They have done an excellent job recruiting from Draylon Ellis at quarterback to Holloman from Georgia at wide receiver to Allen at the defensive end spot from Austin P to Jashawn Watkins from Memphis in the secondary, to Kayvon Pope from Ohio State at the linebacker spot. They got another addition late last night. He dropped his official commitment this morning. Cory Gross Jr. out of Buffalo, former three-star defensive back out from Buffalo, where he was an academic all MAC selection three times, was the second leading tackler on this Buffalo squad last season, and is going to be an immediate upgrade at a safety spot where there's not a lot of experience. Corey Raymond is off to I believe he just signed with the Michigan Panthers, if I'm not mistaken. I know he signed with the USFL, but that's an all-American defensive back out the door, and they've brought in a lot of talent. But Gross comes in as a guy with 3+ years of experience at the FBS level and is going to offer a guy that can fit multiple different spots on this Tennessee State defense. And I'm excited to see how they use them. As you see here, man, he is going to fill an immediate need. 6'2", 205 out of Rochester, New York. When you look at his career stats over these last 3 years, 148 total tackles and a pick for Buffalo. And last year was second on the team with 68 tackles, man, and had multiple games of 10 or more tackles, culminating in 13 total tackles against Miami of Ohio in early November last year. The last 2 years he's been a starter. Redshirt freshman year appeared in all 12 games for Buffalo. And going back to high school, this is a guy who is a three-time All-State selection, played running back and defensive back at Brockport High School, a three-time All-County selection, two-time Democrat and Chronicle All Greater Rochester team selection, and on top of that was the District 4 Player of the Year and led his school to a sectional championship. And he did it all. 45 tackles, 8 for loss in his junior year, and averaged over 9.5 yards per carry at the running back spot. He can do it all. But you see here, he can fit multiple positions, man. He can play that deep safety. He can get down and cover in the slot. He can play in the box, and he's a great tackler in open space, man. Great job lowering it, getting his hips down, making the right tackle, wrapping up, and he also can deliver the boom, man. He got some big hits on him, and that's why you see here in goal line, it makes him an excellent defensive back that can get in the backfield and make some plays. Now, for Tennessee State, I'm interested to see how they use them. Are they going to use them possibly in a nickel type situation? Are they going to put them at that deep safety spot? Are they going to bring them in the box as a box safety? There's a lot of different ways they can use him. But the ultimate thing he's going to bring is just an overall playmaker to this Tennessee State defense, where now you're looking at the secondary, even with all the losses they have, it's one of the strengths of this team. This Tennessee State defense has some real contributors, and I think some guys who absolutely could be FCS All Americans when we get to the end of the season. That's at the D line position, where they already got three FCS All Americans on that D line. You got some linebackers who I think have a great opportunity to make that All American OVC team. And now the secondary, it looks like it's absolutely loaded. And then you go along with the offense, where you have an OVC All American quarterback, you all have an OVC All American running back already. The wide receiving core is reloaded, and you've got some offensive linemen coming back and coming in that are going to make a big impact. But Cory Gross Jr., former three-star Buffalo defensive back, 3-year contributor for Buffalo, over 140 something tackles over these past 3 seasons, announces his transfer to Tennessee State, where this team is primed, guys. I'm telling you, I had a conversation with someone offline yesterday. They have to go up to the red turf against Eastern Washington early in the season. Right now, I think Tennessee State should be favored in that game. This team is absolutely loaded. Eddie George has quietly put together an absolute contender at the FCS level right now on paper. I think that for 3 or 4 weeks now, I've said they're the favorite for the OVC. Right now, go put your money on it. I'm telling you, Tennessee State is taking the OVC right now. They got too much talent right now. And I think this team is going to be one to surprise a lot of people come playoff time if they get that automatic bid from the OVC winning that championship, man. So huge addition here in Corey Gross Jr. as he's going to offer an immediate starter spot on that in that secondary at the safety spot where Corey Raymond's departure was already huge and it loomed big, but Gross is going to be the guy there. But I'm excited to see what Tennessee State does this year. They got some big games, Eastern Washington, Jackson State in the out of conference, along with some big games in the OVC this year coming down the line. So I'm excited to see what Tennessee State puts together. But Corey Gross, former Buffalo defensive back, transfers to Tennessee State. Comment your thoughts below. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this video across all social media. But until next time, guys, the Blue Bloods are out.